if you took action and you put yourself out there, you have got something coming in that's going to make you jump for joy. And I keep hearing the song, it makes you want to shout, okay? Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Let's take a look at what's coming for you over the next 2 to 4 weeks. This will be for the mid-November through mid-December. A whole month I'm doing for you guys to help you balance things out at the end of the year. So, Leo, sun, moon, and rising. You have the Six of Swords, and that's what I'm talking about. You are moving away from something very toxic. All of that energy, and by the way, I loved your guys' comments. Oh, I loved how much action you took on that last reading that I posted. And that's the action that I'm talking about. Action doesn't always have to be like putting your resume out. I know you do. We know you do, but then there's no results. But when you take action and you're putting it in the right direction, that's creating that positive environment. You're contributing in the right way. That's when the payouts come in. That's when the good stuff starts happening. So not only do I thank you for that, but thank yourself because you are overcoming this. This little Dickens right here, it could be a Capricorn, but whoever, whatever this situation was, you are moving past that. You're coming out of an emotional situation that really had you kind of stuck. And I feel for a lot of you, you were stuck for the past few years. And now you're finally getting out of that murky water and you can start seeing that the water's turning blue again. So you were in this pond of ick, and now it's turning in your favor. So we do have the King of Wands. This is representing Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. And Leo, this is representing you in your fullest form. This means you're getting back your strength. You're getting back your courage. You're getting back your confidence, your charisma, which we know you can't be a Leo without that. That is part of your characteristic traits. I can't talk. So you guys, let's keep going with this because whatever this was really had you stuck and it was probably extremely painful. And I see that some of you went from your mind to your heart, mind to your heart. And those of you who have been with me, you know this, but if you're new, I hear it over here. I see it, past, present, future, and this hasn't happened yet. So what I'm seeing is it went from your logical self, it doesn't make sense, or it does make sense, to the heart. It doesn't feel right. Well, it feels like I feel insecure. I feel like, okay, you were going back and forth for quite some time because of this little devil right here. You're getting the devil gone. The devil's leaving, okay? The devil is leaving. Look at this is what I'm talking about. Logic and heart. Now, the Lover's card doesn't always represent love. If we're doing a love reading, absolutely. So this applies to love, then you bet. But we're talking about the divine masculine, the divine feminine within you. When we are in balance, things start to come in and they start to flow easy. Look at the waters. The waters are beautiful. They're not murky, okay? They're not murky. You can start seeing the color. You can see the reflection from the universe right here in the water itself. And that's what I'm talking about. You're getting into that groove. You're getting out of the way of yourself for those who were self-sabotaging your own self. The low confidence that we can have can definitely do that, Leo. So let's keep going. One more, little bit more detail. Then I'll look at family and friends and we'll pull those awesome cards at the end to tie up your reading. But I will say that for some of you, it is a job, okay? It does feel like this was a career endeavor where I see two or three. Now, this may have been 2 or 3 people that wanted your job, 2 or 3 people that were causing friction in your work environment, or a project you were trying to get up and going, okay? And it was blocking you from the success that you were due. So if you were trying to start a new, let's just say, sorry about that. If you were trying to start a new nonprofit organization and you were having problems, these 2, 3 people, whoever it was, it may have been 2 or 3 different things. It may very well have been your family, but they put you in this 2 of Swords energy. I don't know if I can do it. I'm not sure. They threw you out of balance, and now you're coming back into balance. You put way too much out for this situation. For 2 to 3 years, you were overgiving. overgiving of your time, of your thoughts, of your heart. You were not giving in the proper way, and that's why you felt like you were stuck. But you see, as you go forward, the energy has been shifting. The planets are changing, our time is changing. I don't mean daylight savings for those of you wherever you're at, if you have daylight savings. I'm talking about the literal time that we have around us. The universal time is shifting. So we have the Queen of Wands. Some of you, it was another person for sure, and I feel it was your counterpart, your other half, your better half. Now it could have been a very close family or friend as well. But whoever this Queen of Wands represents for you, they were, well, I'm hearing deceitful. They may have been carrying this negative energy with them. They were the ones that were deceitful, that were overtaking, and you were overgiving to. So this could have been your boss. It could have been a coworker, or like I said, your own partner at home, where they were like, you got to work more. You got to do more. You're not doing enough. Probably creating friction at home as well as in the job environment, right? In your project and whatever it was you were working on. But the good thing is we have the Magician here, okay? Now, this is in the relationship sector. You've got the Magician. And remember, this all ties in together. For Leo, it has affected every part of your life for a lot of you. And I mean each and every part of it. And most of all, your self-confidence, most of all, your authentic self wasn't showing. And now you're getting ready to just roar. Okay. And I feel you were in somebody else's reading. Make sure you check out your sun, moon, and rising signs, whatever they are. That's how you want to get a really good idea of what to navigate around and what to bring in and focus on. The Magician, all right, somebody was really messing with you. They were messing with your mind. They were messing with your heart. And it hurt you, and it definitely left you sitting there. I want to frown. I was like, oh, it hurts. Okay, you were hurt. It was hard. And that's not like you. It's not like you at all. So you didn't even feel like yourself. You felt like you were withdrawn. You withdrew from everybody. You were trying to focus, but you had no, you couldn't even focus. Like, you would start thinking about maybe applying for a job or finding a different project to work on, or your relationship, and then all of a sudden you just found yourself in a zone. Okay, you were in a zone. You were going through the spiritual awakening, and this is one of the harder parts, is when we get stuck and you're coming out of it. And you may have been, a lot of you may have gone through it once before, so you're familiar with what I'm talking about. And those of you who didn't, this is your first go around, and it feels horrible, right? It feels horrible. But you definitely have woken up to love. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces individual, perhaps, but whoever this is around you, I feel that this person is saying they're sorry and they do love you. I don't think that, although they did some things that threw you out of balance, although they actually showed up as this, which is really negative, I feel this person used to say to you, why are you doing that? You don't know how to do that. What makes you think you can do that? Why do you, okay, always questioning you. How dare they question you, because you know yourself. And even if you hadn't done it, so what? Do what you want to do. You got to do what feels right in you. Otherwise, you get stuck. So if this is a person who is holding you back, you're going to be walking away from this person. You won't be around him anymore. You're like, I'm getting done with you. And you're going to move forward. Now, you really don't feel too much about divorce, although it could be in there. Separation from people you love, although it can be in there. Any of that stuff. But it's more about the coming together of you in this time frame. The coming together and solidifying your inner connection, your connection with the universe, your connection to the divine. And some of you are going to start hearing, just like I hear, right? You're going to start getting your own messages And maybe you're going to find you're doing exactly what I'm doing, helping other people from the bottom of your heart, from the goodness of your heart, in a humanitarian way. Some of you, it's going to be big. It's going to start, see a construction company. You're going to start new contracts. You're going to start new jobs. Others of you, it has to do with whales. I'm seeing whales. If you are looking at a humanitarian project with the ocean, or if that's your career, I definitely see that. And others of you, I'm seeing chickens. So it may have to do with farming. Okay, I see like a farm behind it, like a chicken farm. So whatever it is in your life, let's keep going and give you the messages that I'm getting for you. We have balance, and we just talked about that. That's what is coming in for you, where you're going to be in a place of balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world. I do it without judgment. Beautiful. Beautiful for you, Leo. This is what you need. This is what you need to focus on. And I put it not by chance, but it seems like it, right on top of the Four of Cups. And that Four of Cups is saying you were stuck. You couldn't focus. And this is saying it's time for you to focus on the direction that you want. You've got something coming in that is definitely going to make you jump for joy because of your personal growth. This journey was about you. It was about your growth. It was about recognizing everything around you, who they are, what's going on. And yay, it's almost like you're passing your own spiritual test. And that will be a little different for each and every one of you. Whatever your spiritual test was, that kept you in that stuck pattern. But you are definitely coming out of it. Now, let me give you one more message as we close this out. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which takes me away from it? And it's Vanessa. So that is a perfect example. It completely ties into the reading. Leo, get ready to dance. You're going to be jumping for joy very soon. Much love.